Today, I want to share something that completely changed my life because there was a time when I thought I understood what love really was. And looking back now, I realize I didn't understand love at all. What I understood was survival. I believe love meant sacrificing yourself or forgiving betrayal over and over. I believe love meant waiting for someone to become who I needed them to be. Everything I believed about love was wrong. So here's what I believed. I honestly believed that all men were cheaters, all men were liars. There were no good men left out here, and any good man out here had already been taken. Why? Because that was just my experience. And when you've only experienced unhealthy relationships, you begin to believe that's just how love works. But then everything changed when I stopped looking for a different man. I started looking at myself. I had to ask myself a very difficult question. Would I have dated me? Years ago, my answer would have been absolutely not. And that wasn't easy for me to admit, but it was honest. I realized I wasn't choosing from a place of confidence. I was choosing from fear or fear of being alone, fear of not being enough, or fear that I wouldn't find anyone else. And also, to be honest, fear of me having to take care of myself and my kids alone. Because it's easy for me to find a man that can help me take care of the kids, help me take care of myself. I didn't work at the time and I felt it was just so much easier. I mean, there's so many men in this world. Why wouldn't I just have one of them do it, right? But that was the Karen years ago. Because what I discovered was this. As I began going through my healing process, probably in 2010, something unexpected happened to me. I stopped accepting things I once thought were normal. And then I met my husband. He didn't make me compete for his love. He respected me. He was honest. He kept his word. And I realized something. Healthy love had existed all along. I just wasn't in a place to recognize it before. So the lesson is this because how I got to this place, I had to start my healing process. I had to look within myself and point the things out that I absolutely did not like about me. And then I started working on those things. But I also realized that healing doesn't guarantee you're going to meet the right person tomorrow or today, even, or even next week. But healing changes what you're willing to accept today. When you remember your worth, you stop negotiating it. So if you're watching this today, I want to leave you with one simple question. What beliefs about love are you carrying that maybe aren't true? Maybe those beliefs came from pain, maybe they came from childhood or disappointment, but they don't have to become your future. Changing what I believed about love changed my entire life, which is why I wrote my book, because I wanted women to understand that process. Because sometimes you can think about, oh, I know something isn't working in my life, something is off, it doesn't feel right, my spirit doesn't take to them. But if you don't do the work on yourself, you can't change the choices that you make. And changing what I believe about love is what changes your life. Maybe it's time to examine what you believe too. So if this conversation resonated with you, I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments. And if you'd like to continue this journey with me, I'll leave the information about the Empress Lioness in the description below. But until next time, remember this. Peace is no longer optional.